you're an extremely hospitable guy. I mean, we see this. Does this play into, you think, what makes you handling Asian women so well?
Oh my God.
Because I'll be honest with you, it's a niche.
Did you know about this?
I did not.
I just met this guy. Okay, does he know about this?
Where does it come from?
Where
Where
does it
does
come
your
from?
love?
Big. I'm big into anime.
No, you don't say.
Yeah.
Shocker.
So yeah, it kind of everything's adding up.
Works
now.
at Tao.
Yeah, so-
Big into
There you
anime.
go. Yep. So I guess that's where it started. Now I'm thinking back on it. I think that's where it started.
All right. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin.
Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Very special guest in studio today, Tao's Tiny Titan,
Tiny Titan. I like that.
the Asian woman whisperer.
Oh my God. Are you getting all this from Stu?
Not Biebs, but NIEBS.
NIEBS. Yep.
Dan Niebergill in the building. Let's
Yes,
go,
sir.
champ. How you feeling?
Good. Monday, the off day.
Yeah.
After Sunday fun day.
I did see you went out last night. How was that?
It was good.
Are Sundays
It's
getting better? Is there still a strong core group of people that are out on Sundays having a good
I feel
time?
like, ever since obviously Bottle Blonde, RIP, left and your parties and, back in the day, there hasn't really been a replacement.
I don't know that it was any of the things that you really listed, but it could be Tim's absence, to be honest.
Absence, yeah, my brother. Yes, we do need him back.
We need him back if we want the good times to roll again.
He's married, has his daughter and Vanessa and stuff like that. So maybe we gotta bribe him. I don't know how. We gotta get him a babysitter on Sundays. Maybe
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
think we could all pitch in for that if it's going to bring some.
Let's start a GoFundMe.
If it's going to bring Sunday Fun Days back, we're all going to
Please.
benefit. So
And the themes that his parties, he's crazy outfits and stuff like that.
yeah.
And
He
we
always
might be
had
needing that.
He always had a nice goofy suit.
Yep.
A
Literally.
nice- I think he had like the Riddler joint with the question marks on it at one point.
I don't even remember that one.
I don't know. I just when I'm picturing him in a fun suit, that's what I'm seeing.
I mean, PB&J's starting to do a little bit again, with Dustin, Nico's over there. They have guest bartenders. They got the DJs that they're bringing in.
They got a little something going on. I'd like them to invest into a sound system, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
but,
Yeah, dude, it's so loud in there. I'm like, that's why you just chill outside.
And then it's not loud enough outside.
Yep.
But
We'll figure it out.
neither here nor there.
Hopefully.
How you doing? How was Sunday Funny? Give me your route. How did it go down? Where'd you start?
I had to
Where'd
go
you
to the
land?
Burbs, unfortunately, but then I came back and I met up with everybody over at PB&J around 7, something like that, and then went to Tunnel, and then went to Liquor. Those are the 3 spots right now.
Nice.
I know there's still a little Gold Coast Social that but that's 7 days a week. So you gotta switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, they don't really ever stop over there.
No.
I don't. Do they shut down? It's like Lifetime. They just they stay open, but
Dude,
they
it's
bring
like
the
7
cleaning
days a
crew
week.
in.
So if you ever need a default spot, I feel like you can probably check it out 7 days a week. So it's not a bad spot.
Yeah, you go find my boy Monty over there.
Yep.
Just,
Everybody.
make sure you can handle yourself if anything.
For real. But
Goes
I just go
down.
support Dustin, Mert. Those are my guys.
Those are the guys.
Oh.
So thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you coming through. How was your Saturday night? I mean, you came up, you had me play Pot Scraper. You don't even know about that.
Wait, what?
You didn't even know what you were requesting.
Oh yeah.
You wanted that Boss Man D-Lo.
Yeah, we had a big hip hop manager come by.
Yeah.
And so he literally was like, "Hey, my girl wants to hear this," I'm like, "Okay, I'll go see it." I've never heard it played here, but
Yeah.
you had it, so thank God.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. He loved it, so thank you for that.
Nice.
But
Nice.
yeah, that was one that usually doesn't get played at Tao.
We accommodate all parties.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. I appreciate that. That's why you're there.
That was fun. We had a fun night. That was great, man. I love that room.
Even with the
always.
torrential downpour, it was still a good party.
It was good. And Nabs killed it.
Yep.
Nabs went hard.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play soccer together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good on the soccer field? You can
I
hold
mean,
your
it
own, or
depends
what?
on who you're asking, but I'm not as good as I used to be. But I still play from time to time. It's my
Nice.
main sport. So
Nice.
I
How
mean,
old are you?
33 next week.
Oh damn! You just look really young. You're not
Yeah,
that young.
no, I got the baby face curse.
Nice. Is it a curse?
Maybe when I'm in my 40s, I'll look like George Clooney or something. But
This is what I'm saying. The first half of your life, it may be a curse, but I think you're gonna find
Dude,
shortly that it's not that much of a curse.
I've had to explain my age and get double ID checked all of the time. When I was in my early 20s, it was rough.
Yeah. Where are you from?
South suburbs originally. Everyone says I'm from Indiana. I am not.
Close
From
enough.
Lansing, Illinois. But yeah, like right around there.
Something
so
like
the
that.
Homewood, Tinley Park, that kind of area, south suburbs, about half hour.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
And when did you first make your way into the city here?
When I was 22. So I moved in with a couple of my buddies over in Lakeview. Always wanted to be close to Wrigley because I'm a huge Cubs fan. And so that was always my dream, was to live in Lakeview by the Cubs, stuff like that. So moved over there when I was 22, and then I've been in the city ever since.
Nice.
So, yeah. It's good times out there. You know, I had like 3 roommates, it was like a frat house.
Oh, those are the
when you're
best
22,
days.
it was fun.
Bro, I still reminisce about the days that I lived with my boys.
Yep.
And nothing mattered, and you just hung out. It was just an eternal, everlasting party.
It was awesome. We had it wasn't a penthouse, but it was on the top floor. They called it that.
Oh yeah.
But it was like pretty run down. But just drinking Fireball back in the day and just like not even caring about anything. Partying in Wrigley and just doing the normal like college, early 20s stuff. Those are my guys.
How do you feel about Wrigleyville these days after the makeover?
I mean,
are you like one of those
I still go to the normal
guys?
spots. I don't go to any new spots, but I don't hate it. Like, if you're speaking from a fan's perspective, I like it just because it's, modernizing everything and stuff like that. But you still have the old, the good spots that, I still frequent.
Which is what? I'm not a big Wrigleyville.
I mean, I just go to Moe's, Stretch, HVAC, like the, support the industry.
Oh, see, I'm over here thinking you're going to say like Sluggers. You're talking about like OG spots.
I was a Sluggers guy back in the day, but now that, you grow up in the industry and stuff like that, you go support the homies, more than anything. There's an occasional Sluggers in there though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Just depends on how, lit you get.
Yeah, hell yeah. you definitely got to be a little hammered to wander into Sluggers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Sunday Fun Day, where'd you say you started? Did you say you started at PB&J?
Yeah, that's always the meeting spot,
Yeah.
It's like the default, the bottled, everyone would go to bottled to meet up, and then you figure it out from there.
Yes. I do see them working hard and doing a good job at lighting that fire back on Sunday Fun Day. Because I've been saying for a minute now, like ever since I went to Houston, and I've been coming back, monthly, every other month, whatever it is, and I'd go out on Sunday, and I'm like, let's go, baby, it's time.
There's not a spot, man. Like PB&J, you don't do bottle service. It's not like a booth and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what it's missing, like a good bottle popping Sunday.
Okay. You're trying to pop off.
I mean, I like to bring my clients out, still.
Got some clients that want to go out.
That kind of stuff.
The kids got clients.
Yeah. Maybe like 3. I'm growing. I'm working on it.
Does Phil just give you the ones that he can't handle anymore? I mean, what's up with Phil? I mean, every time I see the guy, he's just stressed out, I feel like.
Oh, man. I mean, that's what Tao does to you, man. That's what it does to all of us.
Every time I see him, he gives me like I'm like, yo, what's good? He's like, yeah, like the quick handshake, the yeah. Like, I got something to do.
Well, that's what's like crazy is, Tao's just obviously, it's very demanding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like me and Phil, we're the directors of the VIP for Tao. And so we got to make sure everything's, all buttoned up and all the people are taken care of. We have to oversee more than just like our own clients or, our own guests and stuff like that. It's also the partners' guests. It's making sure everything's all smooth. There's enough, it's a good party atmosphere, just all the things from above. So that's something that I've grown into over the past like 3-4 years, I would just always worry about my people or friends, stuff like that. But now there's a lot more responsibility that goes with the position and the title that we have over at Tao. Phil's been there for, we both opened it obviously, but I started as a senior host there about 6 years ago, and come September, which is crazy.
Damn, it's been 6 years.
September 15th is when we opened. 2019. That's crazy. Yeah. So, Phil was always a director, and so after COVID, we came back and they promoted me. So it's just like me and him just kind of running things, and Morgan's always going to be at the door.
Nice.
That's the guy.
Yeah, the best.
So, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just a lot more than I ever thought it would be.
Yeah, what are you doing outside of the club? Like, obviously work, having to be inside of the establishment at night is when your job really starts. But when does it start during the day? You got to wake up, or you got to tend to text messages. People are wanting things from you. They need pricing. They need sections. What do you got going on?
So Wednesdays is generally, it's 7 days a week. You're always texting people. You're always doing stuff. But Wednesdays, we have our meetings from like 2 to like 7, where we'll review what's upcoming, how the week was prior, how everybody's sales were, just give the whole team an update. And then it's just like Wednesday to Sunday, essentially. My off days are Monday, Tuesday. Technically, but you're still emailing, you're still contacting people. You wake up and you have like a few emails and then like a bunch of texts, and you're just planning stuff. Like, we always, like, on Wednesday, we prepare, like, we try to prepare like a month out. Whose birthdays are coming up? What buildings are we talking to? All the layers. Are there any special events coming up? Are there festivals? Who's coming in town? We'll review, like, who came in last year, this week, because you have a lot of international people, or just people that don't live in Chicago that are coming in. So you got to remember, like, those things, and you got to keep in contact with those guys. And that's what keeps, the club full. With how big it is, and there's a lot of preparation to, fill it up.
Yeah.
And so that's what the pressure is. That's what I've learned over the years. It's more than just, hey, come to Tao. When you're 6 years old, it's not the new shiny baby, anymore. So there's just a lot that goes into it that keeps it the club that it is.
Yeah.
So that's just generally what, like, our weeks, like, consist of. On Tuesdays, we'll do, like, some digital outreach, they call it. Like, we'll, have everybody be contacting their guests, thanking them for coming by, planning things for the future, just all the things that go into making the club full.
Good hospitality too.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys work hard, and it's very evident, because there's no better opening as a DJ opening shift than that place.
It's a beast.
A lot of spots you get in there, it's obviously empty, and you're kind of like, all right, let's see what happens tonight. Like, what am I gonna play? Maybe I'll start off with something slow. There's no one in here, but like at Tao, I'm like, I know I gotta hit them hard and quick, because 10-20 rolls around, or not 11-20 rolls around, it's fucking getting packed in there. We're lit. We're off to the races. I
mean, it's very young crowd for the GA. Yeah. And so you always, like, do really good at, like, interacting with the crowd. You're great on the mic. You're playing a lot of the new stuff. And I feel like a lot of opening DJs over at, at Tao or, like, some other spots, they're very like hesitant to play, like, the bangers or, like, some good stuff.
I'll burn the fuck out of anyone. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Like you just go at it and you get it, and I'm like, it gets the room going quicker.
Yeah, like, I think that
you don't want to show up the headliner and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of opening DJs, they're afraid to do that.
You definitely don't want to burn them, but in this day and age, when motherfuckers will not accept anything but what they want and what's hot, you have to kind of get that stuff out of the way early enough to be able to let the headliner play it again.
Sure.
The headliner shouldn't hear you play it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when by the
No, it
time
makes sense,
he's
yeah.
there, 30 minutes, 40 minutes before he's going on, you should already have the crowd because you gave them all that shit they wanted and they like you now. Now you can sort of take them and hold them off, but keep them satisfied, but they know that they're having fun already. You know what I mean? So like there's definitely a art form to
There's art
opening
form,
a
yeah.
room for sure.
Yeah. I just it always bugs me, like, well, as a you know, as a host, like you're like wanting, like, you know, all the good stuff, or like a lot of the clients that come by, they're like, oh man, this shit's whack. I'm like, dude, just wait. Like, we're open till 5 a.m. Relax.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Take
gonna
it
get
easy,
good.
have a drink.
Yeah, come on, man.
You guys had a lot of bachelorettes in there.
Oh yeah,
That was
it's
nice.
huge on that.
That's
It's huge
that's
on
a
that.
strong little layer there.
Yep.
They come out to party.
Always. I mean, the restaurant feeds into a lot of, well, you know, what the crowd is, you know, early, which is nice. But yeah. So
What makes you a better host than just the host you were when you first started? What, you've been working at Tao for 6 years. I mean, when I remember you from underground. I'm not sure where you really started in the industry, but that had to be at least 8-9 years ago, right?
yeah.
So the
About
host
9, yeah.
the host you were 9 years ago, what makes you a better host today than back then? Like, do you have contacts around the city that are sort of feeding you clients that know, like, okay, these people are over here at my restaurant, they're looking for somewhere to go, I got to link them with Dan, I got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're putting all the pieces in place.
It's funny because being a host back then, like, there was just so much more hunger. I mean, I'm still hungry, don't get me wrong. You got to keep growing. You grow or die, as Morgan says.
That's what he says.
So it's back then I was working 5 nights a week. I started underground. That's my first job. I was a little baby.
You and Naomi.
Yeah, me and Naomi started together, and then Billy Fogel hired me, and then literally left a week later. he's like, all right, peace, man. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
what's that guy doing? I see him pop up here and there, like
He's my brother's
couple
like best
times
friend,
a month.
man. Like,
I just see him
he
pop up.
officiated my brother's wedding.
Nice.
which is funny. But yeah, you still see him around.
Yeah.
You can ask him about what he's doing. He's always doing a lot.
He's
You
doing
know.
something.
But that's where I started, and underground was the best club back then. Like, it was. So I was like just thrown into the deep end, and they were like, you either survive or you don't. And I remember one of the managers back then was like, dude, this kid is not going to make it. I'm like,
Who was it?
okay. I'm not gonna
Who was
say
it?
not gonna say nothing. He's still around, and he gives me all the respect in the world and stuff like that. He's like, and he'd tell me, he was like, yeah.
Sometimes you need that though. Or like,
Dude,
like
I love it.
You don't
It's a
seem like
challenge.
you're mad at him for
No,
it.
God, no.
There's
No, I don't
like-
even blame the guy. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I feel like that more than anything to me seems like a Chicago thing, where you can get a little bit of shit talked to you, but you don't take it to heart and you sort of use it as motivation.
People
almost.
are so sensitive, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it is what it is. Like, it's killer. What's the saying? It's like
Kill or be killed.
kill or be killed. Like, man, like it's a sharky chuck world out there. You
Mm-hmm.
know? That's what it is. And a lot of people don't think that I have that in me. You know, I got the baby face. You know, I'm really like just a nice guy. And
Tell me more.
I just you know, you just let your numbers, you let your client book, and you let your, you know, like your personality just, like, you know, really just, you know, come off. And if they're gonna be haters, they're gonna be haters. It's fine. I really don't have any enemies, like, out there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always respectful, nice, you know, like, everyone's doing the same thing. I'm not gonna hate on it. Like, it's all good. Just, you know, show me respect and respect you. You know, everyone thinks that, like, oh, you work at Tao, like, all that. Like, no. Like, always remain humble, always remain hungry, and just show people mutual respect, and you're not going to have any enemies. Where people, like, get all, like, their feathers all rumble and stuff like that, like, is when they take things really personally, or they think they're better than other people. And we're out here doing a job. We take care of people. We're all doing the same stuff. Like, bartenders, managers, servers, we're all just taking care of people. It's hospitality. And it's really, I feel like it's lost a little bit You know, everyone's like competing with each other and not helping each other out as much as they used to, I feel. Like like everyone's always like, "Oh, dude, I'll pay you if you like send me people and stuff like that, or fuck that place, or fuck that host and stuff like that." It's like, dude, we're all friends here. Like, let's all just help each other out, throw a client here or there and stuff like that, and just all work together. Like, you're open 5 nights a week. This place is open 3 nights a week. Sometimes I'm gonna pick the spot that's, you know, like open 3 nights a week because that's the only spot, like that's the only night that you guys are open. You know, like I'll give you another guy like on another night.
Yeah.
And it's just like that now, and it's kind of sad, and I wish people were more willing to share.
It's a little more competitive, and it's not really a friendly competition. It's more
man,
like
it's kind of sad,
hate-driven. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just something that I've noticed from the past.
I think
like
that's
now.
I think that spawns from COVID. I would have to assume
100%.
Once that shit happened and people's livelihoods just you woke up one morning and your shit was gone.
Yep.
They said you can't make any money today, and we don't know when the next time you're going to be able to make it is. Yep. That sort of like flipped a switch in people's heads. That sort of broke
now they're just
people.
scared that's going to happen again or something. It's like,
yeah,
come on, like we're all family here. We're all in the same boat. So I mean, I kind of went off on a little rant. How I'm a better host than I was before.
Yeah. Like what kind of seasoned veteran tips?
So Underground was open 5 nights a week, and so I was working 5 nights a week. So I remember when I first started off, obviously Phil, everyone thinks Phil's my brother. It's actually Tim, guys. It's Tim.
Yeah.
Zach knows this. But Phil did show me the ropes. He's kind of like my brother. So we used to do so much work. Like, we would just walk around the city for like 3 hours before we opened. Visit every single restaurant, visit every single bar, say hi to everybody, and just hand out your cards and stuff like that. Social media wasn't as big back then. So it's not like, oh, let's exchange Instagrams. It was like everything was card based and number based and stuff like that. And everyone was face to face. Now it's obviously, different marketing and stuff like that with Instagram and social media, but like everything was face to face. And so I think those relationships that you built back then still are to this day, and people are very loyal. You've taken care of them for 8-9 years, they're still going to come to you no matter where you go. But I guess like the difference is, obviously I was a kid back then, but it's just being the same no matter where you go, no matter like how big you think you are or like how you move up in the industry. You remain the same person as you were that kid that was like 22 years old, that just starting out. Like, I'm not changing. Like, a lot of people change and a lot of people get a big head or like this or that. If you remain consistently you and you just provide the same service throughout the years, you'll have lifelong clients. Yeah. And if people leave, then they leave. They go, it's all good. But I'm going to remain the same.
The Party with Strategy podcast has a brand new sponsor. Make sure you guys go check out Rendezvous Limousine Services for any of your travel needs around the Midwest. It's the best you can get, top notch. Let's be honest, everyone's a little sick of buying Ubers, getting charged for Uber X's like they're black cars, and the market's just not what it used to be. You might as well go with your best bet, Rendezvous Limo Service. They got party buses, they got Sprinter vans, they got Escalades, they got Navigators. Only the best of the best. Make sure you check out Rendezvous Limousine. You can find them on Instagram at RNDZ Limo or their website, Rendezvous Limousine. If you're grammatically challenged like myself, Rendezvous is RENDEZVOUS. And we might as well do limousine as well. LIMOUSINE. Rendezvous Limousine, best you can get anywhere you want to go in the Midwest. Airport pickups, drop-offs, party buses, just going to see a friend. Do it in style. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to the episode. Thank you guys for watching. What is the whole client thing, like in nightlife for the most part? I've never really I don't want to say understood it, because like I understand the concept, but it's I've never like been able to relate to it because I've never been like a client. You know what I mean? Like I've never gone out and spent money and had somebody take care of me like that, and like I'm just not, you know what I mean? Like that's not my world. So like what is even losing a client? Like how would you even lose a client? Like someone gets mad at you for something, like fuck you, I'm going to give my money to this guy. You know what I mean? Like
that rarely happens.
Yeah.
But there are a few occasions where like people just expect certain things, and certain things are out of what I do, whether it be party favors and stuff like that, or everyone provides a different thing.
Okay. That makes sense.
But I mean, you try to provide everything, but certain people, like there's some people that I just won't cross the threshold with, because it's just a little bit scummy to me, and like, so that's how I'll lose somebody. But overall, I've lost very few, like, over the years. It's more about buyer's remorse than anything, that people think they're being taken advantage of, but you just always remain transparent with them, and they can forget it. They can quote unquote forget what you've told them, or this or that. But overall, like, it's just about them being mad that they spent X amount of money, like, over time. That's the main thing that people get upset about.
That makes sense. Especially alcohol is involved. You're getting crazy. You wake up the next day, you're hungover.
You're like,
what the fuck
Dan,
did
what'd
I
you do to me? It's like, dude, I told you like 5 times that this was going to be like $6,000.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. Like, and a lot of people actually get kind of like upset with me sometimes, because I take overly good care of people, and these servers want the bigger spends, but the guy is blacked out. We don't take advantage of them.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's how you get those clients. You look after them in that sense, and they're like, oh, I know this guy's a millionaire, but you still take care of them, and you don't take advantage.
Yeah, and that just feels like just good business in general, in any sense of the term, because like, what, maybe he's blacked out and you can bang him for $10K in the moment, and then he's mad and you never see another dollar again, when maybe he would have only spent $5, but then he comes back to spend another $5 for the next 7 years. You know what I'm saying?
The Morgan saying, you can shear a sheep 1,000 times, but you can only butcher it once.
Yeah. That adds up.
It's the same thing. So that's how the clientele, and that's how my book is like built over the years. It's just treating people the same way, not taking advantage, and just taking care of them.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I guess, maybe one day when I make it, the pod blows up and I got a couple mil or something. I get a Joe Rogan deal, Spotify.
You're welcome.
100 mil.
It's all because of me, though. I'm here.
No, this is it. This is the one that's going to do it.
Exactly.
And once it happens, I'm going to have...
We got Tao's #1 booker on here, like in Chicago. Come on.
Yeah.
Tell Phil that.
Yeah.
No. I'll pull the numbers, buddy. I got you.
What do most people say? They say, fuck Phil.
Fuck Phil. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
There is.
So between like the locations, there's got to be like a group chat, right? With like the hosts of the other locations, where you guys are like
generally
friendly competition, right?
There is, but overall, like, you have like your guys that you send the majority of the business back and forth with. We can book like tables in Vegas or New York or LA or like wherever around the world and get, paid on it.
Oh, that's nice.
But I prefer just have the good relationships, because they'll send it to me and won't expect the same type of thing. And I prefer just to like be nice and, hey, take care of them, because if you book the table and they go to Vegas, they're not going to get looked at after, I feel like, as much as if I were to connect him with one of my good friends out there. He cares more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now it's a personal touch. Now it's like, hey, this guy's going to meet you at the door. This guy's going to take care of you, versus just the dollar amount that you get from just booking it. Because in the end, I care more about the experience versus, getting paid.
Yeah.
and they send stuff back too, and I do the same stuff. So it's all about relationships. It's all about the personal touch, making sure that people feel special versus just getting paid. And I think that gets lost a lot, and everyone's just out for the buck. Like it's not about hospitality as much, with hosting, right now in Chicago, I feel like.
Yeah, money ruins everything. Literally, once the money starts to affect the way that you're doing things, once you're starting to take money into account and you're like, well, I can make a couple bucks, so I'm gonna, send him here, and he's not gonna have as good of a time. Like it's
all
what
about
ruins
whatever the
everything.
guy wants, It's not about you. Everyone makes it about you, versus them. Are you the one spending money? No. Then fucking bring them somewhere that they are gonna have a good time. And if that's all you care about, then get another job, man. Like, you're not helping anybody out. Like, if we're gonna be the hospitable city that we should be, then really take care of them. And I can name like 4 or 5 people maybe that I really trust people with if I'm not going to be there. And it used to be so many more. So
Dropping like flies, huh?
for real, man. For real.
Only the strong will survive, my boy.
Yep. And we're still here 9 years later.
Let's go, champ.
Mhm.
Now, you're an extremely hospitable guy. I mean, we see this. It's definitely, it's not a question. Does this play into, you think, what makes you handling Asian women so well?
Oh my God.
Because I'll be honest with you, it's a market that I never really tapped into.
Oh my God. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, I know that this goes around a lot.
It was, it's
The Asian Slayer over here. Oh my God.
It's a niche.
Did you know about this?
I did not.
Okay. I just met this guy. Okay, did he know about this?
I mean, now
Oh
I do,
man,
so-
that's funny.
Come on, let's be honest. Your name's circulating in the streets. Mostly,
I have. Everyone thinks I have a type. I like all women. Okay.
well, we all love
yes.
women for the beautiful creatures that they are, but you have a particular way with a particular type of woman, and I feel like we need to get a little bit deeper into it.
Okay. What's your question?
It's just not. It's a market that I was never really able to
To break through.
to break through.
Okay. How do I answer this? Oh man.
Where does it come from?
Where does
Where
it
does
come
your
from?
love for?
Yeah, I'm growing up, a lot of people don't know. Like I was homeschooled.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, through 7th grade through high school.
What was it for a particular reason?
Yeah. So where I grew up, my parents did not want to send me to public school. You can ask Tim about that.
Did he
did not
go
have a great
there?
experience there.
Okay, so they learned from him. They were like, we sent.
I have 2 older brothers.
Oh, okay.
So Tim is the second born. I'm third. And so we went to private school all of our lives. And once some stuff happened and they had to send them to public school. And so it wasn't a great experience over there. And so my parents were like, well, we can't do the private school. I'm not sending you to that school. So here you go. You're going to learn online. And so I just did all my schooling and got my,
So you went to Kumon.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you go to Kumon? Is that where this came from?
What is that?
Kumon is like it's like you find them in like strip malls and shit. It's like a place you can go if you're not good at math.
Oh, really?
They help you with your math. My
Well,
boy had
that
to
is my worst subject, so maybe I did. But
my boy
I
had
don't
to
know.
do Kumon.
No, dude. So I just did all my online courses, and I just passed everything, and just So I grew up pretty nerdy. Like I was just on my computer gaming, doing this, doing that.
What kind of games were you playing? You were like
I'm
a
a-
Final Fantasy guy, or
Yeah,
what?
I'm a big Final Fantasy guy. I
See,
love
we're
Final
getting to the
Fantasy.
bottom of it here.
Yeah, I did all the PC gaming stuff. Like I was that nerd, and built my own computer. Did all that kind of stuff.
I feel like you and Diamond Cut should talk after this.
I was a big StarCraft guy.
Okay.
I'm big into anime.
No, you don't say.
Yeah.
Shocker.
So yeah, it kind of everything's adding up.
Works
now.
at Tao.
Yeah, so
Big into
there you
anime.
go. Yep. So I guess that's where it started. Now I'm thinking back on it. I think that's where it started.
So
Yeah.
I was watching Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You're damn right I was. You're damn right. So I guess that's where it started. I don't know. I guess that's where my, was like, damn, they're fine as hell.
You're not wrong.
So yeah, I dated 2 Filipino girls. Back to back. So, you know what? I'm trying to broaden my horizons, get out there more.
Are you? You're a single man these days, huh?
Yep.
How long you been single for?
About like a year now.
Is it still, because the grass is always greener. Fresh out of a relationship, you're like, oh boy, here it is. It's been a year now. Mm-hmm. You staying single, or you're on the market?
I'm staying single.
I
I need to really, live the single life longer. Like I dated a girl for 5 years when I first started in the industry, and then just now like a year and a half, close to 2. So about 7 years of my 9 years have been in a relationship.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I need to, chill out a little bit.
Daddy's
not
having
jump
fun.
into anything. I'm a relationship guy overall. Like I'm a softie, man. Like I really like, you can indulge in the industry. You can go out and party and, hook up with girls and stuff like that. But overall, like I prefer the stability.
You need a
because
snuggle.
A Tao is pretty demanding, man. Like you really have to be on your shit, and messing around with a bunch of stuff and adding extra drama into an already stressful job can be a little like too much sometimes. Yeah,
it's extra drama, it's extra brain power. Even if there is no drama, you do it right and you let everyone know up front. Yeah. It really does take up space in your mind that you're constantly thinking about it, and like for me at least, like towards the end of my run there, it just was like nonstop. You're like,
it's not fulfilling either.
It's not fulfilling, but you continuously and constantly try to fill the void, and then you try, and then it doesn't work, and then you feel worse. It's like just like a fucking whirlwind.
It's a mind fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like you literally, it's just draining. It's like spiritually draining.
100%.
Like, and so people are always searching for that next thing, or just, oh, how many girls are you seeing right now? Like, bro, grow up. Like I'm gonna be 33. Like I don't need all that, and a lot of people think that like, oh, you work at Tao, like there's girls all over you. I'm like, dude, I'm doing my job. Like that's all it is. And if you're good at your job and you're at the level that you're at, like you don't have time for all that extra stuff. And people always think that you're doing that just because you work at a club, because that's what the industry stigma is.
Well, let's be honest. You may not be, but for the most part, that's what
that's
most people are doing.
That's what it is, of course. And so, but the thing is, though, they think, oh, Tao's the best club and stuff like that. So they automatically think that, like, oh, well, all these other club dudes are doing it. You're doing it. And it's like, hey, do you know me? Like, chill.
It is hard being around temptation, though, because
it is.
It's when you work with a certain girls that
uniformed woman.
Yeah,
uniformed woman.
You're a bit tempted. You're like, oh god.
Yeah, but you can't shit where you eat though, and then also, like,
you can't shit where you shear sheep.
It's when you're around it for so long, like it just becomes normal. Like I have no problem. Like just
for sure. Yeah, it's
yeah.
At first, it's like, I mean, I'll never forget my first industry job, bartending. Well, I was a doorman first, and then like became a server, and then became a bartender, and then like
you became a server. You were a male bottle server.
I was not a bottle server. I was a food and beverage server.
So that's where the send nudes came from. Start flashing people. Oh, I can make money off of this. Oh shit.
Yeah, LP. I was there first.
Oh man, he took your torch and ran with it.
Oh, he took it. He's holding it between his cheeks and running. Some can't even figure out how he's doing it.
Oh man. Hey, we gotta figure it out, man. That's crazy.
No, yeah. I mean, I was bartending and like, yo, I'll never forget fucking the manager of the bar. There's 3 of us back there bartending. We all have our little section. The manager's behind the bar with me and he goes, Zach, did you take your break yet? And I was like, my break? Like what? No one told me we get breaks. Like, what is this? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, go take your 15-minute break in the basement. This girl wants a tour of the beer cooler.
And you just naive as hell, like, ooh.
And like once he said that and was like looking at me like that, I was like,
oh,
yeah,
you did get it right away.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, all right.
She already knows it. She's been there.
Yeah.
Once he said that, I was like,
I'd
wait.
give her a tour.
I was like, wait a second. This job's tight. I was like, hold on. What's going on here? I mean, before that, I was fucking working loss prevention at Ross Dress for Less. There was none of that there.
You just see a picture of this. Put it up.
So yeah, in the beginning it's cool, but it definitely gets played out for sure. Like anything, you know?
Yeah, so that's why, and that's what's nice about Tao. Like, it's so corporate, everything's dotted lines. Like, you just got to be very professional, and you don't even, that's not even an option.
Right.
You know, so like, you just do your job and you go there and you get done, and then you go Sunday fun day the next day.
Yeah, and then yeah. You go handle all that off campus.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
back in
yeah.
underground, it was back in the boiler room. Like, he would go back there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. They're
Not that I ever did that. I was in a relationship.
yeah, but you know what's going on. You got eyes on your head.
I'm not gonna say nothing about my colleagues.
Before underground, what were you doing? Were you in the industry?
I was in graphic design.
Oh, well, we need you back. I'm going to be honest. You might be a good host, and we're going to need all the love and efforts that you're putting into hosting. I think we need you back in the graphic design
There you go.
game.
My brother's a graphic design artist. My little brother.
Where's
So-
he at? I want to hire him.
Yeah, he's available. He's a freelancer.
We need
a badass.
more good graphic designers.
Oh, yeah.
Because with the rise of Canva, what is it? Canva?
Mm-hmm.
With the rise of Canva, it's just getting crazy out here. These flyers are absolutely insane.
He's a badass, man. Like, he'll build your website like twice over, and he'll do everything.
Nice.
He's good.
Yeah. We're
He's the artistic guy of the, family.
Is he's just strictly making a living off freelancing graphic design? He doesn't work like a 9 to 5 for anybody?
He works like at a restaurant, stuff like that. He does it on the side.
Okay.
But yeah, he primarily like 5 days a week he's doing that.
Dope. Yeah, I need someone that's not full time yet. I want to be able to take advantage of their pricing.
Yep. I'll put in a good word for you. Don't worry. You'll get the discount, the industry discount.
Yeah, thanks.
No worry.
Thanks. So
Yeah.
you were doing that, and then underground was your first like industry gig,
Tim got me into
right?
it.
What did he call you up and he was like, "Listen, this graphic design shit's cute, but like we need you over here."
So I've always been a people person,
Yeah.
and I wanted to work with people, and I wanted to really like to just take care of people and just make sure that they're whatever it was I was doing was like a really good experience. And so I was like selling shoes over at Aldo, and I was like, this really is just like boring. And so my brother,
that was a strong job though. I remember a couple guys back in the day who sold shoes at
Dude,
Aldo
I
because the
didn't make
commission was strong. Yeah, if you were a good salesman, you were
Yep.
kind of rolling.
so that's I learned sales from there.
Yeah.
And then Tim started going out in the city a lot, and he was a bartender over at Houndstooth, RIP as well.
I remember that.
Yeah, and in Wrigley. And so I just started going out because I lived in Lakeview. I just started going out with my friends and just bringing tons of people over there, just to hang out, like not even promoting, not even making money and stuff like that. And then Tim started to realize, like, dude, you're bringing a good amount of people. You bring a good party. It's always fun. And so he started taking me out, and we would go to Underground a lot. And I just started to make friends with people over there. Martin used to run the door, and David Nicholson was out there, Nate, I don't know if Raul was there yet. I think he was, but essentially I just started bringing people there, and they were like, "Dude, you're bringing a lot of people. Like, do you ever think about maybe starting here if there was ever an opening?" And I was like, "Sure." Scared shitless. I was like, "This is crazy because this is the best club in the city," and so they were like, "Okay, we got an opening. You'll be a junior host though." They called it a junior host.
They started their own new little
and I was
program.
like, bro, that's like the lowest, you know. I'm like everyone else has like a dope ass title and stuff like that.
You got
and I'm
junior in front
I'm
of your
just little
name.
fucking 22-year-old, just like 23, like junior host. I'm like, bro, I'm a junior host.
That is
I get
kinda-
it. I'm not that tall, but like it's just a junior host. And so yeah, I started that and I did it for about like 6 months, and then eventually I'm like, dude, can I get VIP host? Like,
They
come
gave
on,
you a
dude.
Sharpie to color in the junior
the
in front of your
junior.
name on your card.
Dude, and they used to put your faces on the card.
Yeah.
And dude, I looked like a fucking creeper on that thing. And so took the picture away, got VIP host, and that's, you know, how I got going.
You ever think about going mustache on them?
Mustache, just pure mustache?
Just straight stash?
I mean,
like
I
Dom
could.
Dollar?
I can't grow the sides, man. Like,
Whoa, I mean, I could see that.
dude, I'm like, damn.
I'm
Dude,
kidding.
it's a babyface killer,
But
man.
I am looking at you right now, and
Yeah.
I think that, I mean, your
porn stash?
your stash is thick, dog. Like, I mean, I got the sides,
Damn,
but
for
like
real?
my shit is, I got the thin stash. You got like
Okay.
a full,
It's
like it's
full.
an inch from
I probably need to shave,
nostrils to
actually.
lip.
Like, I don't like facial hair, like really. So
I
I probably
think-
need to shave.
No. I think that you should go stash.
Okay.
For sure. Maybe stash soul patch, but that's the extent of it. Don't
Well, that's all I
goatee's
can
no
probably
good.
grow. So
Well, you could throw the goatee in there and do
Oh,
like the
man,
French
man,
look,
man.
but I think
Okay.
I'm being dead serious. Solves the baby face thing, 100%. Very polarizing for the women. You know what I'm saying? I know you're not out here looking for
You
it,
think the
but
Asians like that?
I think that you would.
You're not a big Asian guy.
I can't fill you in on what the Asians like or not. I'll be honest with
Latinas,
you.
good.
I've always done all right.
Okay.
I've always done decent. I'll be honest with you. Black women love me.
That's my least experienced, man. I don't know. Like,
I'll be
that
honest
is
with you.
funny. Oh man. Okay. All right. Wait, where's your girl?
She's in the living room. I hope she's still got her AirPods in.
Right? She's like at the door. Like,
What?
hey, what for real?
I'm just saying. You know,
right,
I'm not out
maybe I'll
there.
give it a shot.
I'm not out there indulging, but you know, black women do love me.
All right. Hell yeah.
But no, stash, at least when you go home, when you're about to fucking shave the whole thing, because I know you're gonna just do this first, give it a look.
Give it a try. Okay.
Give it a look over. I feel
Maybe I'll
like,
try it for this weekend. It is my birthday weekend.
bro,
you know?
oh my God, it would go
right.
hard.
Okay.
You're kind of a stash god, though. I'm gonna be
stash
honest, bro. You see this?
I'm not looking at myself right
No,
now.
I'm saying, look at me. Look at me. You see this?
Yeah.
Like, it's
You want me to stare at your lips right now?
this is like this right here is like this is like the Sunny D of mustaches.
Sunny D.
Like you have full blown
Porn stash.
Orangina.
Orangina.
You got the best shit. You
I've
got
never-
that
I've never heard
European
of this.
imported
Dude,
shit.
You're making. I'm learning so much right now.
You've never had Orangina?
Orangina. What the hell is that?
Oh my God. Have you ever seen The Transporter?
Yes.
The Transporter, right? He's got the girl in the trunk on accident. He's like, fuck. he goes to the little side shack mart spot and gets the sandwich and the Orangina.
Okay. Yeah. I remember. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
I've never had
Orangina.
it though.
Fire.
Okay. Damn. Got to get the stash and get an Orangina when I leave here.
For real. Please. Just
All right.
give it just dabble in
I'm
it a
always
little
down to
bit.
try new things.
Yeah. All right. Good.
Besides my Asian woman.
No, stick to that. You got a strong thing going. You got a good thing going. You're cooking.
Yeah.
Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
I agree.
I'm going to pee really quick. Do you have to pee or you need anything?
I'm good.
You need another
I'm
high
fine.
noon? Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Help us out a little bit. Algorithm activating activity. That's what we appreciate. Drop a little comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you again. Let's get back to the show. All right, we're back.
I'm bad.
Yeah, so I mean, we were talking about your mustache last, but do that, please.
Okay.
Um,
I've never had another guy tell me, dude, stash.
You know what you need?
You know,
Take a
stash.
I mean, I got no problem telling a man how handsome they are. And you
No,
with
I
a
agree.
mustache, I mean, you're handsome. But with
Oh
the
my
stash,
God.
bro, it's game over.
All right. I got to try this out for real.
Yeah.
I'm down.
It's a KO. So, junior host, you finally earn just
The VIP,
host.
Yep.
Drop the junior.
Yeah. Fuck
You're in the
junior.
game.
Yeah.
And how do you learn? Like, I've always found it that I feel like it would be difficult, even as a host or even like a bottle service girl, like someone who has like clients. How do you like make sure that you're doing your job, but you're also like not? They don't feel like a piece of meat. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Yeah. No, that's always that's always the thing. It's like you want to be their friend. You want to make, but you also don't want to cross the threshold of being like too friendly, you know, because you're there to provide a service, but you're also there to be their friend. I have a lot of very close friends that are also clients of mine, but the reason that we are close is because they understand the fact that it is still my job when they do visit me or they do come party and stuff like that. Like, also, I mean, I'm taking care of them a lot of times, like, you know, nationwide and, you know, things like that. So that's not just like, you don't want it to seem transactional, you know, ever. But like, you gotta balance it. They need to know. And I think that that's like a big thing. It's because a lot of the times in this, around the city right now, is they're too friendly with their clientele, and then that clientele's like, where's my discount, where's this hookup, where's that? But they used to spend X amount, and now they're spending half the amount because you guys are boys. And that's where it hurts everybody involved, and it just brings everybody's thing down. I hate the discounts, I hate the deals that go on nowadays. And that's also why, like, a lot of people come at me and they're like, oh, fuck Tao, you know. I'm like, dude, we're maintaining a base here. If you want to have a great time, great experience, professionalism, all that other kind of stuff, come by, spend an extra $1,000. You want to go there and have and save some money? No problem. I'm not mad at it. I will never talk shit about another club like that. I will never talk shit because it's okay to me. Like, don't want any bad blood, want to be friendly with everybody, still want to be cool. It's so that's my thing, is never talk shit about another club or other people and stuff like that. Never burn those bridges, but maintain your level of pedigree. Like, stay up there, don't change. Same way that I didn't change when I was 22 to now. It's always remain consistent, always remain the guy, and good things will follow. Like, people will recognize that. And if they don't, then I don't want them, you know, I don't want their business. So that's my thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like when you're thinking of like a club that would give a discount like that, what kind of what spots are you thinking of?
Dude, I think everybody watching this, hopefully some people watch it, they know. And
No,
it's
yeah,
not
I'm
not even a bad thing. You like, I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like,
I know it's a double-edged sword. I get, like,
dude, you gotta get people in somehow.
yeah,
Get it?
yeah.
Like, you can't always have big old DJs or this or that. Like, so.
But
I
there is
understand it.
definitely a sense of like, you're not gonna get a discount in this room just when you walk into that establishment. When you walk into Tao and you just can see the pristineness of the architecture and the lighting system and
Dancers,
just everything
everything.
that's going on in that room. You're taking that elevator up there, like it's you walk in there and there shouldn't even be an inkling of like who's going to give me a discount. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's what happens when people get comfortable. They visit you, you know, and I don't, not necessarily blaming like the guest that comes in. They're visiting you, like, you're open 2 nights a week. They're visiting you pretty much every single weekend. They want to feel taken care of and stuff like that. But from a host perspective, if that's what they want, you know, then you might not be doing your job right then, because there's so many other ways that you could make them feel special, whether it be put their picture up on the video board, maybe bring them a special sign, do something special, like you bring out their picture. I all these different things, bring them a round of shots. There's so many different ways that you can make someone feel like elevated, which is, that's all people want to. Why are you getting bottle service in the first place unless you want to feel, you know, a certain way?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I never really thought about it like that. You know, someone comes in, maybe they want a discount, but you're like, that's not something we do here, but
it's other ways.
You know, what are you celebrating at? Oh, birthday. Let me, you know, we can throw something together,
it's your
throw it up
girlfriend's
on
birthday, boom, bring out a cake or bring out some special presentation. Like,
right.
do something. You know, you do not have to sink to where like you're giving discounts. There's other ways that a good host will make them feel special, and they won't mind spending the money. Like, they have it.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, that's the tough part, because you know they got the money. I mean, I'm just thinking even from a smaller scale of, you know, fucking going to buy something from somewhere that you know you could haggle, you know, and you're like, you want a little discount just to feel good, just to make yourself be like, yeah, did I save $50 that I needed to pay my rent? Like, no, I got the $50, but like, there's that feeling of like, I got something extra, you know, like
they want to feel that way. That's my boy,
right?
Yeah, they go to their boys and they're like, yo, that's my boy, hooking us up.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
That makes it makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So you gotta have some tricks up your sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
What's how do you find like new things like that, new things to incorporate into your little repertoire of making somebody feel special?
It's just in the end, it's about, you know, maintaining contact with the guest. You know, what's new in your life? You have some, like, did you get married, like this or that? Like, what are you celebrating? Like you said, all those things. And then you can go from there. You have to really become, you know, like we said, like friends with them, but still the client like base. And so you can figure out ways after that. Also, I mean, that's what we do on Wednesdays. We have our marketing meetings at Tao. We brainstorm. We come up with different ideas, different presentation ideas, stuff like that. Like, it's more than just, hey, you're open Friday and Saturday. You know, there's all this pre-planning stuff that you're bouncing ideas off each other, like iron sharpens iron. Like, we're all working together for the same goal. And so that's what we do on Wednesdays, every single week. So we're supposed to be bringing different ideas to the table to make Tao a better experience. And that's what it's about.
That's tight.
Yeah.
What do you have currently aspirations of moving up in nightlife, becoming, you know, opening your own spot one day, or maybe like, you know, I don't know. I don't feel like, do a lot of hosts go from hosting to managing? Is that like a standard?
What's different about like Tao, and what I've always appreciated, is that the VIP host stuff and the VIP marketing and all that kind of stuff are over here. Management's over here. Management runs ops, bartenders, servers, you know, stuff like that, bussers, barbacks, whatever it may be. And we kind of like, we work together in tandem every night. But it's not like, oh, you're above me or this or that or stuff like that, as far as management goes. So technically, I guess I'm a VIP manager, because me and Phil, we run the host team. Yes, I have my bosses, like that's why it's so corporate. Like, our boss Colin is the marketing director for literally East Coast, and he works like everywhere. And so, and then you obviously have your managing partner with Adam, but I'm a very loyal person. I've worked with Phil and Morgan for 8-9 years. I worked at Underground for 3 years. Like, when I left underground, I was so scared. I was like, I don't even know how to even navigate. I have my contacts and stuff like that, but like, how is it working somewhere else? And so once Tao came calling, and once I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be back with Morgan and Phil and like all my other people that I've worked with at Underground, it was an easy decision, obviously, because it elevated, everything that I've ever done, and within nightlife. I never thought that getting into nightlife would turn into a career at that time. So Tao really changed my whole perspective about what nightlife could be and what like I could turn it into a career, which is like crazy. It was crazy to me at the time.
Yeah,
So,
you feel like it's just a party at first, right?
Oh, of course.
And then
I was like, all right, I'm gonna make connections here, and then maybe go back to graphic design, working for some rich dude. I didn't know at the time. I was just going along with it. I'm in my 20s. And then obviously Tao came along, and it was like no brainer for me. And I've been there ever since. So hopefully we expand, and I'll be able to, spread my wings more within Tao Group at the moment. Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, not saying like going from host to management is like a leap in terms of like climbing the ladder, essentially, like they're above you. But if the goal is to one day maybe open your own spot or something like that, you definitely want to have experience in every aspect of the building, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I've never experienced like managing a bartending staff,
right,
or a server staff and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely something that I don't know if I want to get into that, because I know what they go through.
Is it mayhem?
It's hard, man. Managing a big staff. I
like,
have to almost respect all of our managers, or managers that I've worked with over the years. It's hard, because you just got to manage all the different personalities and stuff like that. And same way with managing the host teams, stuff, and different clientele. You're still managing personalities, always. So yeah, it's hard, but I've never had to do it. I guess I would just, if I was ever open my own spot, for me, with knowing how venues operate, I would just hire like really good people and just honestly be hands off. That's all you ever want to kind of be. You need to let them do what's right. Obviously you oversee it, but you need to trust your staff. And it bothers me when certain people don't like trust me and like I know what I'm doing, type of thing. You don't want to over, analyze. And that's why I really appreciate about Tao. They let us, yes, it's corporate, and yes, it's very strict, but they let us do the appropriate measures to make sure everybody has a good time.
They let you cook.
They let us cook. And they do let us cook. Yeah, for sure. So I appreciate that, and that's why I'm still there, and that's why I'm still so loyal. And I think everyone's jumping around like everywhere all the time. And you want people that are going to be by your side like when shit hits the fan. And so that's something that everyone's so short-sighted a lot of times. Same with the money aspect, with booking, or what, boom, I just want my money and get out. And like that, and that works for you, but like I'm over here doing my own thing. So can't hate on it, but it's just not me.
Yeah. That's good.
It was
Are you going to help me bring Blanco back, or no? You're on the
Dude, I'm not a Blanco guy. I've gone through the stages of what I drink, I can't touch any Don Julio ever for the rest of my life. I had Avion Blanco phase at Underground, because Avion was like our main sponsor back then. And me and David would just get obliterated there. And but then a few bad experiences, obviously, with Blanco. Just never again. I can't.
You overdo anything, it's not going to be good.
Yeah. And right now, my repo, besides Asians, they repo just, I don't know how. The older I've gotten, the more I've I guess evolved with my liquor taste. So any reposado I drink besides Don Julio. But yeah, I'll try, man. I'll support you. Like, I'll bring out a sign for you. Says bring Blanco back
Bring Blanco
on your
back.
next visit.
Please.
Get your comp bottle of
Thank you.
Blanco. I'll bring it out, and we'll have it in the DJ. Bring Blanco back.
I would really appreciate that because I'm
Yeah.
really trying to start the movement. I think it's gonna set us straight.
It's just with you had one with Laney.
Some people say Laney, but you can say Lonnie if you
I
want.
don't know. And she's trying to do it too, man. Like
No,
let's
she
all
was
get together.
against it. She's
really?
repo. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to convince her. Yeah.
Stay strong, Laney.
Lonnie.
Lonnie. No, she's
Okay.
great. I love her. She have a John Boy.
She is a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's fun.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just always about supporting the homies. So I'll do it, even though I may not necessarily agree with it. I'll still do it for you.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. That's what. Hey, client relations. Whatever you need.
You're good. I need a thick stash and bring Blanco back.
You need your. I'm gonna leave that one. I was gonna say something, but you know, your lady's another.
Yeah, let's not upset her because I gotta stay here with her for the rest of the night. You're going home.
I can leave.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll be honest. I joke around a lot. She even gets mad at me sometimes. I joke around too much about how, like, you know, she yells. I'll tell my friends, like, I got yelled at or something. Like, she's never been mad at me, which is
amazing.
insane.
That's amazing.
It's nothing I've ever experienced.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll
I
stumble.
never thought you were gonna settle down. So props to her. Shit.
She's a special woman for sure.
I can tell.
Yeah,
Good for you.
she's great.
Yeah, she's not Asian, but
I kinda wanna-
I bet you she's good.
I know, and that's why I really like having you around. I have no problem having you here. You can sleep here if you want because I
dude, hell
know you don't.
There's
you
no
know,
threat.
There's no threat.
You're good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree. Dude, they're caretakers, man. That's why I love them the most. Filipinos, caretakers. They're all nurses. They're all
Yeah.
nurses. And they know how to take care of you. And so, like, when I'm off, I'm going to be taken care of. All I do every week is
You're taking
take
care.
care of everybody else.
Mhm.
And so, hey, like, cook me some good old, like, Filipino food and just, like, take care of me and I'm all good.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I need.
What does taking care of Dan look like
Dude,
on your
just-
night off?
Just chill.
What
watch
do you
some
need?
anime.
You need like a foot rub? Do you need
I don't need all that, man. I'm a quality time guy.
quality time?
The affirmation stuff,
Mhm,
like
the-
the
the
5 love languages.
love
or whatever.
languages, yeah.
I'm a quality time guy. I just need to know that, like, you're with me. You know, you don't care about all the industry bullshit that's going on,
Yeah.
and all the gossip and all the drama and blah 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 that this industry comes with. I need to know that, like, you don't care about all the extra stuff. You don't care about that. Oh, we're popping bottles and hanging out with millionaires every single weekend and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. That's all just perception in the end. And so when I'm off, I'm chilling at home. We'll have some wine or something like that. We'll watch some movie, some anime. It'll be dope. But yeah, that's literally it. I'm not a hard person to please. All I need to know is that you're the homie, as well as
Yeah. Are you like snuggles? Are you a big
Oh,
spoon
hell yeah.
kind of guy?
Oh yeah, I'm a big quality touch.
You wrap them
No,
up.
what is it? Physical touch.
Physical touch, yeah.
Physical touch, quality time. I don't need all the gifts or words of affirmation, things like that. I'm pretty chill.
I mean, you're talking that talk. I mean, I want to see what your TikTok algorithm
I
looks
don't even
like.
have a TikTok, man. Like you
all
can
the love
look at my
languages.
Instagram,
What's going on
whatever it's
here?
called. My reels. That's fine, but I don't even have a TikTok, man. I refuse to get it.
Are you? Do you watch a lot of stuff on YouTube? You have like
yeah, ish.
what's your homepage looking like on there?
My homepage with a lot of stuff is I don't listen to like music when I'm at home a lot. I like my nerd stuff, but like, what'd you say?
I said red flag.
Dude, I need a detox, Like
No,
I
I
need to
feel
get
you,
away
yeah.
from the chaos that you deal with every single week and just like spend some alone time or if, you have I think that's why I dated for so long. It's cuz you'd feel relaxed when you're home and you're chilling. Like you don't need to make sure everybody's all good all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm home, like I'm probably watching Game of Thrones or The Boys or something like that.
You fucking with the 4th season?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We just finished up the 3rd. We're about to start the 4th.
The 4th, yeah. It's good. It's just like, you know, normal. I love Homelander. He's the best.
Wait, what?
The Boys.
You love Homelander?
Dude, he's such an interesting character.
Have you seen
You can't love Homelander. That's
Dude,
like loving
he's a savage.
Cersei.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You ever go back and rewatch stuff and you're like, oh, like Skylar from Breaking Bad, right? Like everyone hated her.
She's
And
a
I
pretty
get it.
hateable character.
She is. But like you go back and you're like, wait, I kind of understand where someone's coming from.
Yeah.
Homelander's a
there's-
piece of shit, don't get me wrong, but I just love his character. I don't like who he is.
Yeah.
But like I love he's so complex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he keeps the show going.
What's up with Mother's Milk?
Oh no, so
He's still the same.
yeah.
She just lost weight.
You think it's the same guy?
It is the same guy.
He looks
He's come
very
out.
different, though.
Diamond Cut seems to think that there's something going
Dude,
on
he's
there where
come
they
out and
replaced
literally
him.
said he just lost weight and got in shape and he's just skinnier now.
You gotta admit though,
He
I mean,
lost a lot of weight in his face.
He looked great new season.
Yeah.
Now he looks like.
It's the same voice though.
Yeah, but he does look very.
I hear you. It did trip me out. I actually had to Google it
Yeah.
because I was like, is this the same actor? And it is, apparently. Conspiracies out there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I believe everything everyone tells me too. I believe everything the
I'm
internet
pretty
says
gullible
too.
sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. So Morgan fucks with me a lot.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last question here, and we'll get you out of here. Are you going out? Are you gonna go party a little bit, or are you just going to the crib?
Dude, I literally
Got some anime lined up.
maybe, hopefully an Asian.
Are
too,
you a
but
hentai guy or no?
No,
You're not really
I
into
mean-
that. That's where you draw the line.
There's some weird shit out there. There's some weird tentacles and you know all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You've watched The Boys. There's some tentacle stuff in there too.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stop masturbating when the deep comes on.
That fucking octopus, man. She's fine.
What's one of your favorite songs right now in the club? Not really in the car.
Dude,
but
I'm a
like,
Shabuzi guy, man. I'm a big country guy.
Yeah,
Dude, that is. Dude,
you saw David Guetta
oh, yeah.
just remixed.
Yep, I posted that.
Nice.
Dude, Lago, when he closed on Saturday, he played it. I'm a big Morgan Wallen guy.
Nice.
So,
You're a
you
country
know,
guy.
with
You're ready
Post
for the
Malone-
farm, huh?
The Farm, Windy City Smokeout. That is my jam. I was never a country guy until my last ex. She got me into it.
That's
She
how
was-
it goes
she was
for
a big-
guys.
she
I
was
feel
big
like.
country. And
I
I was
got-
like, I fucking hate this shit, you know. And then she brought me out, and she actually like, you know, we listened to some stuff. I'm like, this is fire. Not gonna lie.
It's growing on me for sure, but there is just that aspect of like every song sounds so extremely similar.
Yeah, everyone talks about trucks and beer and you know, like, all
But
that
just
kind of
even the
stuff.
music too. It's
Well,
like
pop country. I think
Yeah.
big pop country is like
yeah,
it's
it does.
kind of,
it does
you
go
know,
hard though.
It does, and it needs to be integrated more into you know
It's coming.
EDM.
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 It's coming.
You're so right, man. I know.
Y'alternative.
I like that. I'm a big emo guy, so like I was big alternative guy growing up.
Yeah.
You know, used to straighten my hair. You know,
I-
skinny
yeah.
jeans. I'm trying to bring skinny jeans back the same way that you're trying to bring Blanco back.
Okay, can we bring them back for females? Because somehow they got
That-
away from it.
Dude, seriously. I'm a sundress and some skinny jeans for some girls.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Stu's the one that said that too. He's like they're all wearing just Air Forces, big baggy.
Yep,
like
literally.
pants and all that.
Yeah.
Yep, the streetwear and hip hop culture.
Yeah. So, all right, Shabuzi, yeah, in the club, which is
Yeah.
cool at the right time. But like true club track, you think, at the moment, if you can pull one
I
out.
don't even know, man, because honestly, when you're in the zone at the club,
Mhm.
you're not paying as much attention to the music.
Yeah.
I feel more the crowd's energy, and so that's why like I appreciate you when you're like you feel the energy in the club, and then you can react to it, and then you're on the mic a lot. You're not a lot of DJs have a good mic voice. You know, I would say Metro, you, Maybe a little bit heavy. I don't know, but like
Heavy's definitely got a
yeah.
dude. That motherfucker comes on and it's like God's talking
Yeah.
to you. His voice is so.
He doesn't
deep.
do it much though.
Yeah, but he sounds great on the mic
Yeah,
for
so,
sure. But I
like,
appreciate that.
That
Thank
is
you.
something that is, really needed in clubs. Like if you're gonna be playing at, just a standard club, like not playing for like, the masses and like United Center or something like that, that gets lost. And that's what I've always liked. So I can tell when, a DJ is killing it. I'm not big on, the whole music. I'm more just like client based and making sure that the room is really reacting like well to everything.
Feeling
And so
the
that's
energy,
that's
yeah.
what I look for. And so I'll be like, oh, Nicolette's strategy's killing it right now,
I appreciate
because of the room reaction. So I couldn't like, name a club song right now, but I can tell when shit's popping off.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Some people can't feel that energy.
When you do it every week, like it can get a little stagnant.
Yeah.
But overall, you can tell a difference with certain people.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, let's end on some nice words about me. I'm into that.
I just did that. What do you want?
That's what I'm saying. We'll end there.
Wait, you want more?
Yeah. I mean, if you got more, I'll take them. But no, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But dude, shout out to Morgan, Phil, all my Tao like family,
the squad, the team.
Dude, I love all those guys. Morgan raised me. Phil guided me a little bit more. And then what I've always appreciated about like those guys is they didn't put any shackles on you, and didn't try to keep you down. They want you to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of this industry should be, is all building each other up, all, like I said earlier, helping each other out, sending each other clients, and like supporting each other and coming out for, like a special event or whatever it may be, and just really supporting each other versus just the quick buck and the me type of atmosphere that's going on, and I just really want to get back to all of that.
I think it's slowly but surely coming back.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, it feels like we're in a good place, heading in a good direction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all I've been waiting for. It's like we've been in a drought from that for a minute.
It's true.
So the just the light at the end of the tunnel, I feel like is shining right now.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
I mean, this podcast is part of it. Like everybody's, watching each other and support. I watch all the stuff that like, all my friends are on, just to get like, like get to know them more.
Yeah.
And also supporting you, and then just listening to everybody.
I appreciate that.
It's lost right now, but like you said, light at the end of the tunnel. This is part of it, which is why I agreed, because I really don't do this kind of stuff. But I'm like, I feel like I need to grow more still, and even though I might be a little uncomfortable in certain situations, like still push yourself, get on this.
You got to stay
speak your word, man. Like, and that's something that I'm more like shy about a lot.
Yeah.
And so, or reserved is a better word. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Of course. Yeah.
You got to stay uncomfortable. To put yourself in an uncomfortable situation on purpose is the sign of a great man. So
appreciate it.
Good shit.
Now nice words about me. Let's end on that.
Yeah, let's end on that. If you're watching, make sure you like the video, drop a little comment, subscribe to the channel. Definitely subscribe. You subscribed?
What? Of course. Don't call me.
I'm gonna go double check.
I promise.
No. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good day, night, wherever you're watching, whatever you're doing. We'll see you. Peace.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told. alive.